You're talking about events. One of the events that's coming up is a new event. It's the first annual women's event. So let's talk a little bit about that. And one of the first questions I want to ask you is, why a women's event? Why not just have the women all come to the Info Summit and the Super Conference? Obviously, we want them there, but it was very important to you. You are a woman, powerful CEO, that you want an event for women. Why is that?
You know, I still think that women have a lot of different needs. And, you know, you can look at statistics. For example, since 1983, 50% of the graduates from colleges and universities have been women. But today, in the corporate world, I think the number is something like there are 15 women CEOs.
Wow.
In the Fortune 1000. 15.
Wow.
And so what that means is women have a lot of different problems, a lot of different issues that get in the way of them rising and doing what they want to do. I think what I read somewhere was that a third of the women really stay and continue working up the ladder. A third just drop out, and the other third end up taking care of parents, kids, etc. So it's a huge number, whereas men are, you know, they get their first job, they want their first promotion right away, they're after climbing the ladder, I'll move anywhere, I'll do anything. And women just don't have the same opportunities. I remember when I did. So I think what I want to be able to do is share and help these women to understand that they can do it. They can do it all. And you don't get that when you go to a GKIC event. I love the GKIC, and I love not being treated like a woman. But I think this event is going to allow people like me and others who have been through it and have
Very
gotten
powerful.
to the top.
You've got Barbara Corcoran
Yes.
from Shark Tank. You've got Vicki Irvin. You've got Lee Miltier.
Mary Ellen Tribby.
Who's built $1 million businesses. So,
And
one of the things when I was talking to them, and I'm very fortunate that I'm the host, I'm very excited about this, is that that there's a difference between the men and the women as far as sharing goes. Women are more willing to share and open, and they're less competitive. Is that right?
oh, it's absolutely for the same reasons that I just said.
Right.
Men will just kill each other, you know, to get to the next to get to the next promotion.
Right.
Whereas a woman, you know, she may not be on the same track.
Right.
So I found that, but if you hire the right women and if you work with the right women, they'll be even better than the men. So they're more committed, they're more analytical. They do things better. So.
Well, okay.
Okay, I know.
All right. Okay, easy now, easy. Okay, although I agree. So what would you say to a young female entrepreneur? She's just getting started. She's got a mission. One of the things I notice, I work with a lot of women, and one of the things that I notice that they're very, very mission oriented. What would you say to this young female entrepreneur just getting started? What piece of advice would you give her? She's just starting her own business.
You know, I would say just focus. You know, focus on that mission. Don't try to be all things to all people. Just focus on what it is that you want to do. Set goals, and then get there come hell or high water. You know, I think you know, set goals that are attainable, or you can set goals that are not attainable. I've always set goals that are not attainable because I always like to stretch myself.
Right.
But I think focus is a big part of it. It doesn't come easy. Nobody's going to give you anything on a platter. You got to do it yourself. But I also think that if you're a woman, you got to be really prepared. You know, I remember going into meetings with venture capitalists or investment bankers or lawyers or whatever. You've got to be twice as good. You got to prepare. Do your homework. If you do your homework,
let me just stop you there. You just said that you have to be twice as good as a man.
I think so.
No, why is that? Just from perception? Social norms?
Well, I think that social norms probably and perception. So you go into a meeting, for example, I've met with a lot of venture capitalists, who are giving money out every day, and they probably 2% of the people they meet with are women. So first of all, if you're a woman, you've got to walk in there and, the perception has to change that you're a woman. You're a man now, right? And you've got to be serious. You've got to have all your stuff together, have done all your homework, and follow up, do all the normal kinds of things.
So what about the woman who says that's not fair? That's not fair. What would you say to that? Because a lot of women will say that is not fair. And it's not fair.
I agree, but that's life. It isn't fair, but it is what it is.
Got it.
And I guess my feeling is, I don't think it's acting like a man. It's more acting normal, just prepare, and you get in front of them, tell them the story, and
have confidence.
And
project the confidence.
Yeah.
Now, what would you say to a woman entrepreneur who has got this mission, she's got this passion, and yet she's been at it for a while, and she's struggling. She's struggling, but she really wants to make an impact. What would you say to this? What would you say to this woman?
Well, what I've always done is I kind of do my analysis, the pluses and the minuses. What have I done that was good? What have I done that's bad? And, just try to figure it out and analyze it. And at some point, if you do that the right way, there will be an aha moment. You just don't give up. You can't give up. You never give up. No matter how bad things are, you don't give up. Unless, it's just so awful that, But I would say, if you do some analytics and try to figure out what it is that you were doing that didn't work, you will have that moment when you say, aha, that was it. And then focus on that, and miracles do happen.
That was beautifully said. No, it really was. One of the things I think that a lot of the women who I've worked with have an issue with, and this is something that is they go too far to the touchy-feely, it feels good thing. And you wanted to make sure that this GKIC women's event was the complete opposite of that.
Yes.
So talk about that a bit, because this is not a warm, touchy, it's going to be nice and it's going to be fun, but you didn't want la-la, woo-woo stuff at all.
Right. Well, take a look at who our keynote speaker is. It's Barbara Corcoran. If you've ever seen her on TV, she is tough.
Right.
And she is good. And that is going to be the event. It's going to be tough, good, smart, that's the tone of the event. Right. And it's really the tone that you get when you go to a GKIC event. Problem is, they're all men, and they already know all that.
Right.
But I think that our women who come to our event will go to the GKIC events.
Absolutely.
And will
fit
be
right in.
Perfectly. But they'll also come to the women event because they're going to learn a different piece of it.
Absolutely.
So, I've never liked to go to women events.
Yeah, you mentioned that to me. You said you were working for some corporation, and they had an event for the women, and you were like...
I didn't go. Actually, I was, Ian Watt, Ernst & Young acquired one of our companies, and they said, we have this partner event for women, because they have like 200 women partners out of 20,000. I said, I'll go to the men partner event, not the women one. Why are you treating me differently?
Right. So this isn't about appeasing the women. This is just complete opposite. It's about bringing powerful feminine leaders, or women who want to be powerful feminine leaders, powerful feminine entrepreneurs together to network and to learn, and then to go out and really, I call it a movement. I think what you're trying to start here is a movement.
Well, you know what? It's kind of like when I first got here and I met all the great women who were here, I thought, if we could get them together, we could really help them become a lot greater. And so it is a movement, right? There's so many things, there's so many women who have been through it. I'm going to say we've been through it, who've learned a lot, who now can become mentors
for the
younger
generation.
I have two nieces. One's 20. Well, I have more than that, but two of them are coming. One's 27, the other one's 25. They're both engineers, and they're really excited to come because they want to learn how to start their own business and what can we do, how can we do it. So I think I think it'll be great for younger and older.
Fantastic. And so to register for this, you want to go to GKICwomen.com. That's GKICwomen.com. Betty, you're going to be there?
Absolutely.
You're going to be there,
Yeah.
and you'll be very available for people to come and women to come up and ask you questions and talk to you and network with you.
I look forward to it. I look forward to meeting every one of you and getting to know you and helping you with your business plans and figuring out how you're going to get from here to there and make a ton of money.
Fantastic. We'll see you at the GKIC Women's event.